Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go! 18 Gator.
Just like that. Just like that.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Gordon, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13.
Set 90 Wolf. Come to my work. We want it on the ball. Get it.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. Not the start they envisioned. Looks like a 3-and-out, and for a team that hasn't won a game in a while, that's tough.
And what we have to look out for and keep an eye on is the same thing that their coaches are doing. Wanting to see if guys are going to get discouraged early and sag because of what's happened in the recent losing streak. Can they stay with it despite a tough first drive?
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Stafford now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A toss play, Gordon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum of the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Here we go.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
53, ready. Pilot, 64, weak.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on. And Stafford's going to be taken down. That's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Kill. 6-6, bullet high.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and the Lions will take over. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing. And for some teams, it's a change in tempo. Usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Let's go.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Leroy.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Push him back.
Throwing again. Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson.
Come on,
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal.
Alert 3. Alert 3.
Hey. Hey, 22.
45.
Throwing again at Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
32.
Second down, defense. Let's go. Check three.
They'll run it with Johnson. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem.
Two straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play.
Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown.
Let's go.
Kenny Galladay, his 11th touchdown of the year, and the Lions have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
They go back to Gordon here on first down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Double dog. That's the way. Let's go.
Here's Freeman. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 39. You think back to 2018, many people thought it would be Royce Freeman taking over as the lead back in Denver. Spent a third-round pick on him, but it was Philip Lindsay who would be in the catbird seat as the #1 running back. But still for Freeman, not a bad rookie campaign, 521 yards and 5 touchdowns as the backup. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's going to look deep down the field. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 9, Locke finds his rookie first-rounder. It's Noah Fant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, let's go!
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw it is Locke. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
they
don't
get
they?
a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Here's Locke. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Locke will try again on 2nd down. This is the tight end Fant. And down inside the 15 he goes. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
X3, 218, chopper.
On first down, Locke. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Royce Freeman as the first half is winding down, and the Broncos have retaken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Throw him deep for Galladay. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Stay 50, stay 50. Hey, box drop, box drop.
Hold this. 45 the mic.
The final shot before the break, Stanford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Here's Stafford. And he can't quite corral it defensively. Maybe some space to go the other direction if he had caught it. That brings up 4th down now. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Freeman. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs. Play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Freeman again. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
10-2 stop.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos push further out in front. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2.
Switch up.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. That a 92-yard kick return as his guys are able to regain the lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Bravo.
45.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone once. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up... Fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Detroit. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is fielded at the 27. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Double time. You got three down.
On 2nd and 9, Lock. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Locke going to try and throw on third down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. You can't block me. You can't block me. Right here, guys. Fight 51, Mike 51. You must be fired.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. Now Gordon on 1st down. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. For the left side, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
General West, hit it.
They'll run on 1st down. Gordon. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Royce Freeman. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. Pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Jarrell Casey, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Coming to you.
On 1st down, it's Gordon. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And McManus able to put it through. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beat.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Denver, their hopes of a 500 season stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.